All right, I think we're back. All right, what's up, guys? I think we're back here. I think we're back. Let's see what we got. Yeah, no, we're back.
Good.
We're back. Guys, let's give it a second. Let people log back on. Joe, send a text message. And a push. All right, we'll just give everyone a second to log back on. Sorry about that, guys. We lost the stream feed. That's crazy. All right. So we'll just give it a second, guys. We'll give it a second. Get everyone back in. Thank you, thank you. All right. So, Gio, other than that, how was your day, bud?
Day was great. We had a great day today, man. Seriously, it was really good. Very, very happy. Yesterday was not a little, but yesterday was very, very choppy for my style of trading, which is scalping the SPY. But we pulled a really nice scalp in the afternoon yesterday, and then today we had some really nice ones. So all in all, it was so far pretty good week, and it's only Tuesday. So yeah,
that's excellent.
Yeah. No, this is not my one-bedroom apartment. This is my basement of my house, and it's my sanctuary. Because after I trade and I go upstairs and I commingle with the family, I come back down and I watch TV on a 70-inch TV with surround sound and a movie chair.
You have a movie chair?
This all happens here. Yeah. It's right behind me.
It's incredible.
Yeah. It's my cave, exactly. I know I have to put up some stuff, but I'll let my kids do that.
That's incredible. All right, let's see. We have just about 281 people. Damn, we had 1,000 people on the other stream. All right, well, this is take two. We'll give people another minute or so to log on. Let's see, what do we got? So, let's see. Welcome back. We're just getting the stream online for everyone that is here. Guys, do me a favor. If you're just coming back and you're just joining us, please smash that like button, share the stream. We had 1,000 people on here. If you could please share the stream, smash the like button. We're going to give you the full analysis on what to expect tomorrow for the Fed meeting. We're going to go over the SPY. We got a 30-year Wall Street veteran here that used to be a market maker at Deutsche Bank. We're going to go over so many things. We're going to answer your questions. Share the screen, smash the like button. Let's effing Geo. So if you could, please go ahead and do that. Let's get us back up to 1,000.
Let's go.
All right. And just give us a second. We're just letting everybody know what's going on. Look at that, back to 439. Look at this, man. You guys are amazing. Smash that like button, please, please, please. Smash the like button.
Do it.
I got so much pick-me energy right now, you wouldn't even understand. Let's go. All right. All right, we're gonna start in a second.
You want to do the whole intro over? Like,
no,
I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
Oh my god. I'd prefer no, Scott. All right. Look at that. 200 likes, bunch of shares, 400 people on here. You guys are awesome.
Do it.
You guys are awesome. We appreciate you so much for coming back on so quickly. That's what she said. And now I love Mike, right? Everyone loves Mike. But I got to tell you, sometimes it's fun.
What?
You know, it's just like when he's out of town and we don't have to be so strict with the script, and we got a lot of cool things to show people today. And
it's like, having a girlfriend.
Having a what?
A girlfriend, like you're married and you have a girl. Joke. It's
married?
A joke.
You're married?
It's a joke. I'm saying it's.
I'm not. I mean,
sometimes you want a little vanilla. Sometimes you want a little chocolate.
Sometimes you want to blow up the house. So let's, Gio.
Yes.
Here's where we left off. All right. Again, smash the like button. We're going to go ahead and start right now. Back up. We got about 500 people on here. Thank you so much. Make sure to share it. Okay. Share the stream. That helps a lot. All right. So Gio, walk us through the last 30 days on the SPY.
30 days.
The last month. Let us know where we're at. Let us know where we're at on the SPY.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're looking at my chart, you could see up here this top green line. This was the all-time high. Putting it in at 524.61, right? And what happened after that, when that was on March 28th, you can see how, on the 4th of April, we had this big candle, right? This big engulfing candle. And that was backed up with some nice volume, about over 100 million. Fast forwarding to today, like I look at the daily, I look at monthly sometimes, but I like the weekly as well, because the weekly gives you a really zeroed in sort of, focus. And then I go all the way down to a 1 minute, because I scalp for 1 minute. So all of this information that I'm going to share with you guys, I push it all the way to a 1 minute chart. But basically what I'm looking at is, I see that, and I show this again to the folks that, that are members every morning. So this little pennant, this little bear flag pennant, the pole is not that, not that tall, but we're still inside this pennant, right? And I actually said today, if we get above the 50, this red line is the 50 SMA. If we do get above this, then this bear flag is done, and then we're going to head back up above 515. We're still in this; it's still in play. So today's action was pretty interesting, because I have really not seen a market pull back this much prior to a Fed meeting, or Fed decision, I should say.
I don't mean to cut you off, but do you think that, that maybe probably has something to do with the fact that people are unsure? I think that
risk off.
Yeah. People thought that 100% we'd be getting, these rate cuts a little bit sooner, and inflation was coming down and the world was right as rain. And, and then all of a sudden inflation isn't, is a little bit, a little bit sticky and not coming down as much. And GDP isn't what was expected. And, these things happen. And then ultimately this causes a lot of volatility and a lot of uncertainty. And I think what's also taken place is that in a normal market environment, any other time, I don't think that you would have this much or these greatest swings. But I think what's happened is that ever since COVID, you had something, and I'm guesstimating the number based on what I've seen, right? But I've read different reports. I don't know if anyone knows the actual answer. But probably, over 7 million new retail traders since 2019.
Yeah.
If not more at this point. Right? And these are a lot of people that don't have any education. They don't have any training. They go on YouTube and they try and scour free videos because it's better than buying some course that they don't know. And the big issue with all that is that you lead with your emotion. So was it realistic to think that we were going to get 3 or 4 rate cuts this year? No, it wasn't. Did people buy the crap out of the market because they thought that it was true? Sure.
Yeah.
Is it realistic that we're getting a rate hike tomorrow? No, it isn't. Does that scare people into selling the market? Absolutely. So I think that you have a lot of inexperienced retail in the market that is all over the place, and that's really, I mean, look, for us, that's been great because at True Trading Group, it doesn't matter if the market is up, down, left, right, center. It doesn't, because we can make money in any market environment. We're not a one-trick pony, right? Whether you're, day trading, swing trading, long-term investing, stocks, options, futures, it really doesn't matter. It's not that there's something for everybody, but we pride ourselves on being able to capitalize in any of these markets with any of these financial instruments. That's what we do. This is not a day trading group. This is not a swing trading group. This is hey, whatever market condition is there that makes sense for your schedule and your life, we're going to show you how to do it. We're going to be right there with you, giving you the mentorship and the education that you need. And you're going to have a real chance to make money. And I'll prove it, not just because I say it, but members of True Trading Group are making money.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to believe me or listen to me on that and think, oh, well, this guy's saying it, so it must be true. Members of True Trading Group, if you're making money with True Trading Group, if you're becoming a better trader, if you're making money and becoming a better trader, go ahead and type number 1 in chat. Type the number 1 in chat right now if you are becoming a better trader and you are making money as being a part of True Trading Group. Go ahead, type the number 1 in chat. Let's see what we got. And guys, just try and count the number 1s that are going to come across the screen. You're not going to be able to.
Nice.
I mean, people, and it's not just like people are making, I mean, look, there are people that are making a little bit of money, but there's a lot of people that are making like life-changing, career substituting money. A lot of people.
Yeah.
Especially in this environment. The volatility in this environment is insane. And if you know how to capitalize on it, you're going to have a chance to do well. Right?
I think it all comes down, if I may, it all comes down to being educated. That's it. It's not, don't try to reinvent the wheel. It's education first. And then, it's also, understanding how to internalize your being impatient or being very, your feelings, I should say, you know what I mean? Because day trading is, I feel trading in general, day trading, swing trading, whatever, it has a lot to do with your mental capital, right? You have to, when there's a buyer, there's a seller. There's a seller, there's a buyer. You have to understand the internals of the market. You don't get that from reading a book or, looking at a YouTube video. You have to get that education. And I mean, I got educated differently. And what I will say is that it's more difficult to unlearn something.
Yeah.
Right. Than it is to actually just learn something from scratch. And that's, I think, a positive for new people coming in.
Yeah, I think that that's a really, really good point that you just said. I mean, how many of you on here right now are relatively new to trading? Like, let's call it within your first 12 months of trading and investing. Can you type the number 7 if that's you? If you're within your first year of trading, your first 12 months? I'm just curious. Because you brought up a really, really good point just now, right? It's a lot easier to implement the right strategies and the right, mindset on somebody that is new. You know what I mean? That doesn't have any bad habits, right? It's like you don't know what you don't know. So if you don't know exactly what you're doing, even if you've taken a little bit of a beating in the past, right? Like you blew up an account. And Kyle Shaw, I see your comment, want and ready to join. We'll tell you how to join in just a couple minutes. Just let you know. But what's happened is that, unfortunately and fortunately, we do get a lot of new people that come to True Trading Group, but eventually what happens is we get a lot more people that have been around the block a couple times. And those people, it's a little bit harder to work with because they have a lot of those bad habits ingrained on them because they've been doing it a certain way for so long that it becomes very difficult to try. Pain is a great motivator. Pain is a great, and you don't want people to experience that, but unfortunately, pain is a great motivator, and that's what's gonna, that's ultimately what motivates people into change. And it's just a lot easier, even though it could feel a lot more intimidating when you're new and you have no idea what's going on. It is a lot easier when you are new in the long run, right? But look, anything is possible if you're willing to put in the work, right? And I see a lot of people that tell me, oh, I have a full-time job. How can I trade in this market? How can I make money in this market? It's very simply, man, the stock market wasn't made for people that just sit at home every day, all day.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. Anyone that says that is comparing it to what happened during COVID. You're like, oh, I can't day trade because I'm back at work. Nobody told you to day trade. That's why God invented swing trading.
Nobody told you to go back to work.
Right. It's not about just day trading. Swing trade. Set up your trades the night before, make a little extra income. This fallacy of, I have to be I have to sit in front of the computer. I have to stay in a chat room all day. I have to constantly observe the charts in order to be successful at this. It's just wrong.
Yeah.
It's not correct. And if you believe that that's correct, then you're doing it wrong. And I'll prove that too. Members of True Trading Group, can you tell me what you do for a living? Do you have a full-time job? Are you trading with a full-time job and making money? Go ahead, let us know if that's you and tell us what you do for a living. Go ahead, put that in chat. And anyone that's not a member, go ahead and maybe you see the same profession that you have. All right, so go ahead, sound off in chat. Tell us what you do for a living. All right, I want people to pay attention to this. It's important that you understand that this is not just for the people that sit at home and can day trade. It's complete garbage. Let's see. Today I made $14,740 trading only the SPY, 1 day expiration. I took 12 contracts and I only lost. I took 12 and I only lost 3. Cut my loss quick. Let the win win. Take 20, 50, 100, 200 contracts at a time. It was a paper trade. Thank you for being transparent, Charles Jean. But they love it, and that's really important, man. That's another thing. We don't need to come up here and boast what our P&L is and entice you with crazy numbers. And the people that are in our group, they don't need to do that crap either, right? It's not about that.
No. That's something that we on Wall Street don't ever talk about is the dollar amount. Talk percentages. No,
Right. Anyone that's talking about, if Gio or Mike ever come on here and they're like, I had a 6-figure day, they're trying to sell you a membership. And don't get it twisted. We're going to try and sell you a membership anyways. We're just not going to do it that way.
Right.
We want you to be here for the right reason, not because you think you're going to be a millionaire overnight. That's not realistic. And we don't want to mislead people, man. We have built our entire business. True Trading Group is a business, and we have built that business, wholeheartedly on the back of our members' successes. It's word of mouth. We have a 78% retention rate. We have a 2.83% refund rate since inception. These numbers, something. It's not normal for this industry, right? And that says something.
Yeah.
That says something.
I just saw you asked about people who are like, law enforcement, and this guy works in HVAC and accountant, utility worker. I see Rui is a proctologist.
Yep. The Mizzo prosthetic foot maker. Nice. Retired paramedic. Now I trade full-time with Geo. I'm trying to make passive.
Love
So
it.
Fabian says, I'm trying to make passive income. Welcome. You're in the right place. That's why the stock market exists, right? For retail traders to give people the opportunity to make. I don't know any other industry where you can start with a couple $100 and work your full-time job. And it's like the greatest side hustle in the world if you're willing to put a little bit of an effort into it.
Yeah.
Right. And then eventually you get to a point, like a lot of people in True Trading Group, where it's like, hey, that side hustle, well, that's turned out to be more profitable than my full-time career. So now I'm going to do this.
Right. And that happens in time, right?
Of course.
That happens in time. And I think the people who start this, listen, at the end of the day, net, it's about money, right? It's about money. And money is, in fact, a very important resource that we all need. But in order to get to that stage of making consistent profit and, having minimized losses, you need to get educated. That's the bottom line. You have to get educated. Simple.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
And education doesn't mean that you're going back to college and you're going to now get your master's and you're not going to have time to breathe. Our membership is a year long. We do that on purpose to give you the time. It's on your schedule. Okay. Our 22 course curriculum covers everything: stocks, options, futures, a little bit of crypto, right? All styles of trading, long-term investing, swing trading, day trading. It's all about finding your trader identity and what works for you. You do not need to adapt to Geo's style of trading. You need to find what works for you in the stock market and run with that so that you're not left behind. It's not about figuring out how to make somebody else's strategy work for you. It's about figuring out what works for you and your life.
Yep.
That is everything.
Yeah. You take a little bit from everyone and you make it your own style.
Absolutely.
Everyone has time constraints and, family and, whatever. And, and that's the best part of this, right? You say, okay, well, it's the money. Yeah. Okay. But I'm working from home. I'm spending way more time with my family, who my oldest, I haven't seen her when she was born. I was working, 14 hours a day between traveling. So getting to see them now and being part of that, you can't put a dollar amount on that. That's priceless. It's priceless.
You really can't, man. I mean, it's something really special.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people realize it. I don't think a lot of people understand. Everyone thinks, oh, I want Lambo money, I want this, I want it, but it's not about that, man. It really isn't. It's about being able to pay your bills. It's about being able to
be in charge of your own destiny.
Absolutely. Being the captain of your own shit, man. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I've been training for 5 years, still can't make more money. Now I'm reading one of the comments from Robert. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So anyways, yeah, that is my opinion.
Yeah.
That. So, all right. So, I mean, what do you think happens here? I mean, maybe give us some if this then that scenarios for tomorrow.
Sure.
10 minutes and do that, and then we have something special to show you guys.
Off the top of my head, tomorrow we all know that we're not getting any sort of cut or hike. We know that. I think it's going to come down to the questions that are asked and how Powell answers them. And I think a lot of people are going to be very curious to get it out of him, what their next steps will be. Tomorrow's May. We're 5 months into this year already. In one more month, we're halfway through the year. Let that sink in, right? And we haven't had one cut yet. So I think that tomorrow, I think that it's going to be all about how he answers the questions, and I think they're going to really push him on getting some sort of answer as far as when that time is going to come. And I don't think, in my opinion, that he's going to be able to give it. But we also have all of these earnings that are coming out. So, you know, it's the Fed, it's the earnings, it's, you know, all these economic numbers that are coming out. This is a very, very busy week. So from the perspective of the SPY, I can definitely see us breaking this, you know, this obviously this 501 500 level again. I think we will retest this 495 area. Maybe catch a, depending on when that happens, and you know, we also have overhead risk. Maybe we catch a little bid at that 94, maybe go back up to, you know, up to this 500 level, and then I think that this might happen. You know, you go back down to this 480. You know, this 480 is where I mean, you can see the support here from December of 2021, right? And I think that's probably going to be the buy zone of where you maybe add to maybe long term and stuff. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Anything can happen as long as we stay below this. You see how we go up, we come down, and then we made this lower high right here. As long as the market sort of as long as the market sort of stays within this range, right, in this trend line, I think we're going to head a little bit down. One more thing I want to add is the weekly, right? You know, this, if you look at the weekly, this white line right here, this is a 5 EMA. This green line is our 9 EMA. So we had this 5 EMA cross up over this 9 EMA. That was back in November of last year. So technically, this market has been riding this whole entire way. Look how it's been riding this 5 EMA. We're starting to get a little bit of a curvature. And then, you know, if we zero in a little bit, look, we actually got and I mentioned this in chat today. I was actually said, I'm curious to see if we get the 5 crossing, to visually see it crossing down the 9. And look, we actually got it. So this may be the start, you know, to revisit these levels, right? These 480s, 490s, you know, and that's, listen, I don't try to predict what's going to happen tomorrow because honestly, I don't really care. Like, I really don't. My style of trading, we can go to 600 or we can go to 300. I don't care. I'm going to find something and I'm going to make money. So the volatility is what I care about, right? As long as we have the volatility, we're going to make money. For my style, that's the best thing that, you know, that's the gasoline that we need. So 500, 600, 400, 300, I don't care. I don't really look at that. I'm not, you know, my long-term stuff is with my, you know, financial advisor. They take care of that. I concentrate on the day-to-day stuff. Whatever the case is, I think we have an amazing opportunity. That's it. Amazing opportunity. Either way.
Does it worry you if we go back to, I mean, like, what is that percentage decrease? You're talking like 490, you know, 480s. I mean, what is that?
Bro, if we go to where what I just said, do you know how happy I would be? Right? So this is 480 right here, right? And then we are right here, right? I'll make this white. And I'll make this white. Right? And then I'll just give you a quick ballpark percentage. and you are looking at that's almost a 4.5% move.
Mm.
Yeah. And I will be listen, I will be happy on the way down and happier on the way up.
Okay.
So, like I said, it doesn't for scalping. All you need is that range, that volatility, and yeah.
All right. So, guys, if you're just watching us right now, I see a lot of people that are still answering what they do for a living. That question was asked a little while ago. Go ahead and make sure that you click on the live button on the bottom of YouTube so that you know that you are watching us live, because this is live. All right. And let's see here. Let's briefly dip into earnings. Who had earnings today? Didn't Amazon have earnings today?
Yeah, we had Amazon, AMD, Pfizer's tomorrow. We had what else?
How was Amazon? Was that we had Starbucks today? We had Pinterest,
Starbucks,
AMD. So, Joe, how was it? How was Amazon? Amazon. Well, I heard Starbucks spilled the coffee, so to speak. Today. Is that accurate?
what Starbucks or Amazon?
Starbucks.
Oh, Starbucks. Well, let's see. This is Starbucks. Ooh. Yeah. They have adjusted earnings at 68 cents, estimated 80 cents. Net revenue was 8.56 billion. They were estimated at 9.13 billion, so they were light on that. U.S. comp sales were down 3%. They were looking up to 2.31%. North America comparable sales down 3%. Estimate plus 2.05, and the international comp sales were down 6% versus estimates of up 1.36%. And China comp sales were down 11%. Mm-hmm. So, and they were estimating negative 1.62%. Yeah, so that doesn't look really healthy.
No.
You have AMD. AMD before I saw it was down a little bit. Yeah. So AMD if we look at a 5-minute chart. So this is aftermarket right here on the purple. Right, AMD 160, wow, down to 144. So they said that they're going to be selling $4 billion in AI chips this year, and the stock dropped on inline forecast. So, and these are the AI chips that are going to be competing with NVIDIA.
Yeah, I mean, NVIDIA is very, very far ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I like AMD a lot, but
great
NVIDIA,
company.
Huh?
It's a great company.
It's fantastic. What the CEO has done with that company is
I agree.
Next level.
Yeah.
So look, AMD is a fantastic company. They're just not NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Not yet. You know.
Listen, you never know. You never know what happens. I've been on Wall Street a long time. You could think of the craziest things and say, "Nah, that'll never happen." They happen, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, NVIDIA, it's just crazy. It's because it's just like with the, this whole AI thing. It's like with the with like the gold rush, right? It's not the people that pulled the gold out of the ground. It's the people that sold the picks and the axes and all that stuff, right? That made serious money. NVIDIA is the same way. NVIDIA's got a chat bot. They got some AI, software, but really it's their hardware. It's the GPUs. It's the chips that they're making. That's the stuff, man, that every single AI company, it doesn't matter if you're OpenAI, Google, Meta, you need it. You need NVIDIA's chips, right? Kind of like I needed a little bit of peace and serenity, but my soon-to-be ex-wife did not see that. Just kidding. I hope my kids don't watch this. Just kidding. So yeah, I think what I'd like to do is, real quick, I'd like to, in a second, I'd want to go over a little bit about, what our plans are for tomorrow. But before I do that, excuse me. Before I do that, I'd like to actually know how many people on here are not a True Trading Group member. I want to know how much Gio and I should curtail some of what we're talking about for you guys. I want to make sure that you guys can understand. So if you are not a True Trading Group member, go ahead, type TTG in chat for us if you could. Just go ahead and type TTG in chat if you are not a True Trading Group member. I know it sounds silly and tedious, but it does help us. Kyle Shaw is not a True Trading Group member, but I have a feeling you will be very soon. So just go ahead, type TTG in chat. We have Kyle Shaw. We have Robert Montalvo. My name is Hugo Montoya. We have Fausto dos Santos. It's a pretty cool name. Tobias Hernandez. I believe you're a previous member.
That does sound familiar.
Rebecca Decoy says RTF. We have Armin Maroc, Alfredo Sanchez. Joe, you can just leave it off if you want. America Ask 8. Alfredo Sanchez looks like somebody I would hang out with. Armin Maroc says, just kidding, I'm a member. I'm trolling.
All right, at least he's honest.
Yeah. Let me see. Robert Montalvo says he can't join because he's losing money every day. I'm trying to get him to realize he can stop losing if he does. I mean, yeah, that's very true.
Where are they trade? Like,
they're trading on their own, obviously. So look, and Linda Dawkins, here's the thing.
Yeah. If
you're trading on your own and you're losing money, first of all, you're either one of two people. You're a person that has hit a bottom and you want to do something different, or you're a person that's going to be at it again tomorrow and you'd rather continue to lose money than try something different.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's entirely up to you. I mean, Memphis Street Talk, I love you, but, some people, I mean, you got to let them do what they're going to do. We said it at the beginning, pain is a great motivator. The bottom line here is that at True Trading Group, people are making money, and it's not because they're gift-minded and super smart and have all the time and money in the world. It's because they're willing to do something different. And that's really important. So if you're just made it up in your mind that you can't join because you're not making any money on your own, that's literally the reason to join. Right? Literally the reason to join. We have a 1-year membership. You pay, that membership is, is inclusive of all trade alerts, right? So daily real-time trade alerts for stocks, options, futures, all styles of trading. You get daily long-term portfolio and swing trade ideas. You get access to our chat room. You can chat in there, ask questions. We're with you from market open to market close. You get 2 free small private study groups every year. You get access to our GPT-4 powered AI trading assistant, right? Not the full version, but a version to help you get around the site and to help answer questions on the courses. You get 1,000+ hours of on-demand video training, our 22-course university level curriculum, and access to premium blogs and trading forums. You get everything that you need for a real chance at success And again, for those that missed it, I'll do it one more time. If you are a True Trading Group member and you are making money and becoming a better trader, go ahead, type the number 1 in chat one more time for the people in the back that perhaps just got here that need to see it. These people are everyday people just like you. They have full-time jobs. They did not start with oodles of cash. They were losing money in the markets, and they are now typing the number 1, telling you that they are here. They are a part of True Trading Group. They are making money, and they are becoming a better trader. This is not rocket science. All it takes is a little bit of time, a small investment, and a little bit of willingness to do something different than the way that you've been doing it. That's it. It can be as complicated or as simple as you want it to be. And again, it's not about making Lambo money. It's about making grocery money. It's about paying your rent and your mortgage money. It's about not having to worry about a car note money. It's about not having to worry about the cost of gas. Right? That's the kind of money we're talking about. And sure, everyone loves Lambos and mansions and yachts and all that crap. But you know what? Like, financial independence doesn't necessarily equate to that for everybody. For a lot of people, it's just not having to worry, not having to be beholden to somebody else. Right? That's a lot more important to a lot of people, as it should be. Because then you're not a slave to anybody. Right? So
one thing.
So what it is, so that's what we offer. It's a 1-year membership. You pay it up front. All right. Now, how much is it? How does it work? So on and so forth. I will tell you. If you're interested in joining, if you want to join us, okay, here's what we're doing. We have a lot of big changes coming to True Trading Group this week. We have a brand new website launching tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, here we go. Matthew Patchell, I joined because I don't know how to be successful doing it the way I was. Matthew, absolutely, brother. And thank you for...
Perfect.
Let me tell you something, man. Human beings are funny creatures, right? Like, it takes a lot to admit you're wrong. Just talk to my soon-to-be ex, right? But like, even still, for myself, like, I have a hard time admitting I'm wrong. Gio has a hard... human beings don't like to admit, hey, I was wrong, or the thing I was putting all my effort and work into wasn't doing it. So Matthew, the fact that you're able to, come on here and say that and share that with us, brothers, is huge.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's awesome. Most people didn't know what they were doing when they got here. Or even worse, they thought they knew what they were doing and they were dead wrong. Right? Like, Gio, when you first started, did you know what you were doing? No, is that a no? Were you the world's greatest trader out of the gate?
I was young. I was cocky. I was arrogant. No. And then you learn, right?
Right.
And that's the whole purpose. You have to learn. And unfortunately, it's funny that you say, like, humans are interesting creatures, right? I always say, like, I have a lot of sayings in chat, like, and one of my favorite ones is, in order to earn, you're gonna have to burn, right? And that's true. People don't realize it, how they have to feel the pain, right? It's amazing how they know the stove is hot, but they want to just keep holding their hand on it. We're crazy. Humans are crazy, man. But it's all about learning. You got to learn.
Yeah. And again, don't get scared by the L word, right? Learning, or in my ex's case, love. All right, I'm done. I just want to see how many of them I can throw out there.
I'm catching, like, I have a whole bag of them. I'm just catching them, and I'm putting them into my backpack.
I appreciate it. But don't let the L word scare you, man. Learning doesn't mean, because a lot of people have crazy busy lives and intimidating schedules, and they feel like, God, I can't even add one more thing to my to my schedule, right? And yeah, they this does not need to be that intimidating. There's a full year here. It's all on your schedule. And if you put in a couple hours a week in your spare time, you'll have an opportunity to get this, So if you want to join, if you're looking for, and look, if you want to join, you're joining because you want a real chance, man. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're frustrated with scouring YouTube looking for the answer. You're tired of listening to gurus and BS artists. You want to go to a real place, where you're actually given a real chance.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to fail, you're going to fail. But at least know that you failed after giving it a real chance. And a lot of people, they never get that.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's messed up. So if you want to join and you want a real chance to do well, regardless of how much money you're starting with or what your job is or how much time you have or don't have or experience or whatever, open a browser window right now and go to ttgoffer.com. And I'm going to share my screen with that here. So, Joe, you can put the message on the screen. All right. ttgoffer.com. And let me explain. All right. Let me explain how this works. Tonight at midnight, we are moving the price of our membership to over $1,200. And I'm going to explain why we're doing that in a second. Mike talked about it briefly on Sunday, but we are about to launch major changes to True Trading Group, and we're going to put things out there, tools and resources that it won't matter what we charge. You will find a way to pay for it. And I know that sounds cocky and arrogant and crazy, and maybe you think I am, but you won't in a couple of minutes when I show you what it is. So here's the thing. We'll give you 50% off for the whole year. You'll grandfather yourself in at that price should you choose to renew the following year.
Damn.
But tonight at midnight, that's it. New site gets launched. New program gets launched. It's over $1,200. It is what it is. We're not going to mess around with any of that stuff anymore because we don't need to. Not like we really needed to before, but we really don't need to now. This will be the last time you get a True Trading Group membership for under $1,000. We will have sales in the future. Those sales will be in or around $1,000. This is it. And in a couple minutes, you're going to understand why. But what I would do is I would go to ttgoffer.com and I would sign up for a membership right now. 12 months, immediate access for the whole year. Daily real-time alerts for stocks, options, futures, all styles of trading. Daily long-term portfolio and swing trade ideas, access to our daily chat room, 2 free small private study groups, GPT-4 powered AI trading assistant, 1,000 plus hours of TTG's on-demand video library, university level 22 course curriculum, premium blog and trading forums. It included.
That's crazy.
All right. Now, yeah, we do have other things that you can purchase, but if you never purchased another thing and all you did was get this annual membership, then it would be enough, right? We have plenty of extras you can buy, but if you didn't, it would still be enough to give you a real chance.
You know
That's
what's
why
funny?
we designed it that way.
Ab, you know what's funny? It's like it's priced very cheap, obviously, right? But
for tonight,
yeah. But it's like people will sit here and they'll be okay with losing $500-$600 a day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not buy this and change that. That's bugs me.
Yeah, but also, look, I'll tell you this. In their defense, right? In their defense, people don't know what they don't know. So they, we're another person on YouTube.
Yeah, but listen, I'm because I'm a member and I'm a mod, but I started out as a member, obviously, and then I became a mod. Hands down, the best education. You got mods that trade a lot of things. It's just, and the education is just, it's endless. And that's what I think what people are afraid of is the education. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's what I think. But don't be afraid. Join. Do it. I love saying it.
You'll go to ttgoffer.com. You'll fill in your information. And if $5.97 seems like a lot, it's okay too. Because what we will do is you could choose to enter your credit card, or we accept Klarna and Afterpay. That means that you could do this in 4 payments of $149.25. $149.25. Okay? You'll select Klarna or Afterpay. It's really important if you're selecting one of those options to choose your country first, then select one of these options and then fill out your info. Or you could just use your credit card, or we also offer PayPal credit. Plenty of options for you if you don't, if money's a little tight or whatever it is. If you need help checking out, if you have any questions, you could send a text message with your name and email and the word join to 1-888-306-8783. 1-888-306-8783. All right. Go ahead and sign up. I'm not putting a limit on the spots, but I will tell you that at midnight tonight, the entire site goes offline and we relaunch tomorrow. And you will 100% be kicking yourself in the butt for not doing it tonight. I assure you.
Yeah.
All right. One moment. Again, ttgoffer.com, ttgoffer.com.
What? So tomorrow's going to be a great day for scalping. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
SMCI is, wow. Oof.
One sec, dude. What's going on with SMCI? Maybe, guys, while I get some stuff running here, let's go ahead and Gio maybe take some questions.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's put it back on the screen. Give me about 5 minutes, and I got something amazing to show you guys.
Yeah. What do you got, guys? SMCI.
Type your questions in chat for Gio. Type your questions in chat for Gio. We'll answer some of your questions real quick.
SoFi short. Oh, short term. You got a lot of, this thing's got beaten up, obviously, right? You see all these, you see these blue boxes that I'm drawing, right? I mean, these are gaps. Even if SoFi, I mean, you'd have to, if you're looking to get long this, listen, you got to understand something. A lot of people, when they when they invest, whether it's their long term or whatever, they always want to pick the bottom and don't try to time the bottom. I always say, listen, if you like the company, you believe in the company, you think the company is going to outperform, you want to put it into your portfolio, for the next 5-10 years, it really doesn't make a difference where you buy it. What I will say is that, I don't know that much about this company, but I could look at it on the chart and say it has a lot of work to do. I know that it's tied to the finance sector, but it's a $7 stock, $6 stock. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, what do if you believe in it, it's a $7 stock, buy it. That's how I look at it. I'm not going to say, wait for it to pull back to 4.25, and then, no, it's $6 stock, right? That's how I look at it. So, that's my comment on it. Again, I'll say it again. It's a $6 stock, $7 stock for a reason, right? SMCI is getting hammered. We closed, let's see, we closed at 4:00. We closed at 858.71. We're at 753. Right? 858.71. So around here, let's say, and it's almost down. We're down, now we're probably down a little bit less. You're down about 11%. We were down, a little bit more from that ballpark, 16%. It's trading at 753 right now. BOX, I am not looking at AMC. I know that's a joke. Pinterest. Oh boy. Man. Look at this. Look at this. Listen, this is right. This is today, right? This is after hours. You have clear supply over here. Right. You have, right, 41 and above to clear. You got a lot of resistance up here.
All right, real quick, we got to welcome Terry and Kyle. Terry and Kyle, welcome to the TTG fam. Terry and Kyle, welcome to the True Trading Group family. We will make sure to get you guys set up right away. So if you receive a call or a text in the next couple minutes, please respond. That's us making sure that you can get into your account, that your accounts are set up correctly, and everything is good. All right? That is Terry and Kyle. Welcome.
Welcome. Starbucks, you want to buy the drip? You didn't know. You didn't see that coming. You didn't see that coming. No. No one got that. All right. Okay. We look at a weekly because you probably, here you go. Now you're talking. Starbucks, it's got to hold 70. I know we're at 77 now, but this is a weekly, right? There's your weekly. If you see that on the week of March 13th, 2020, this is the week, right? And then back down May 13th, 2022. So you look at this trend, and then you just broke it. Right? You broke it on the weekly. So you have possibilities to get back to 70. And that's being conservative. Just what I'm looking at on the chart. AMD. I mean, listen, AMD, if it's long term, again, great company. Don't try to pick bottoms. Possibly, maybe you get to 135. 135, that's the 50 on the weekly. And the 200 is 137 on the daily. So, you get lower than this 144, you could possibly see the 200, 137, 138. IRBT. iRobot. Ooh, this thing has more gaps than. Wow. I'm going to have to go to a weekly to get a little bit better perspective. I don't like this. I don't like the chart. But if you're looking to put a long on, without too much risk, you get it above 10 and hold. And the trade line sits right here at $9. So, above 10 and hold, yeah. Above 10 and hold, maybe, you get that push, $13 and then walk it back up. You still have a little gap here too. Very, very little gap here, 16. So $10, I'd say. Microsoft. I mean, tech's getting smacked, man. So tech's getting smacked. If we break last Thursday's low, you have you could see 380s. 380s. If I just do a quick over here. Yeah. And then again, the 200 sitting at 370. So AI, I don't get this, man. I don't know what very, very odd, this company. I don't know. It's just very weird. Got to get above 23 and hold. Looking at this prior support, September, October, November, again, support, January, February, broke it, so that support becomes resistance. So $24, let's call it $24, to get up and above, to push up, other than that, back to the 20s. Apple, yeah. Well, Apple, listen. Apple, that 200 and the 100 are lining up. That 180 is a big spot, man. We talk about this all the time in chat, right? There are mods that play this a lot. I personally don't trade it. But 180. I mean, that's the spot, man. 180. You're at 169 now. It's got issues. If you can't hold this, you're looking. If I just take a little peek at the weekly. It's got to hold this area. It has to hold this 165. You know, once you break that 165, you open yourself up to, you know, the 50s. And you know, you got to get above. You see how the green line and the yellow line, this is the 20 and the 9, right? The only good thing is right now is that you still have, you know, on the weekly, it is kind of holding this 5 EMA, right? But you could see how when this 5 EMA crossed down on the weekly, right over here, you see how this white line starts separating from the green. Once that happened, right? I mean, look, clear as day. It's very clear, right? And then now it's, you know, starting to, it bounced up over here on the week of the 12th, and, you know, found a little bottom over here at 163, and now it's going to try to make its way back up, right? So you got to keep eyes on these levels. You know, 175, 176 to maybe catch a bid and then pop it back up.
All right. So I think what we're going to do real quick is this. We have about 846 people on the stream right now. One more time, how many of you are not a member of True Trading Group? Go ahead, type TTG in chat if you're not a member of True Trading Group. Go ahead, type T. Actually, you know what, Joe? Put a poll up real quick. Let's do that. That's better. Guys, we're going to post a poll in chat in a second. That's what she said. If you could go ahead and answer the poll in chat, that would be a lot more helpful. While you're doing that, I want to welcome Walker. I want to welcome Walker to the True Trading Group family. Smart decision. You're about to be very happy that you just did that.
Welcome, Walker.
Bruno says hello.
It's amazing. He's incredible.
All right. Let's see what we got in the poll. I can't.
I added them all up already.
I know. I'm also going to ask you guys for participation in a minute. So we have, guys, answer the poll in chat. There's 100 responses so far. You know, and we have about 9% I can see that are not members, which is fine. So figure there's about 800. So that's, you know, like 60, 70 people roughly that are not members. It's great. All right. Now, here's the thing. For those that are members and for those that that are not, it is no secret that AI has been a big topic of conversation, right? Especially when it comes to trading. Guys, do me a favor. Type the letter A if you have wondered if AI can help you with your own trading. Go ahead, type the letter A if you have wondered if AI could potentially help you with your own trading. If it's something that you've been interested in, if you've even tried to use it or thought about using it before, if you're intimidated by it, if you don't really understand it, whatever, if you've given it thought, I want you to go ahead and type the letter A in chat, right? And it's going to be most people. I mean, how could you not, right? Chat GPT has quite literally changed the world. Even if it had nothing to do with stocks and finance, it has changed the world. What this has happened in a very short period of time. And of course, it was only a matter of time before people took this and tried to, you know, merge it with like the stock market, right? Because you have it merged with a lot of other areas. You have it merged with design and coding. And we talked about this the other day, is that, you know, this is the stuff that computers and AI are good at. They're exceptionally good at removing the human emotional element from trading, from investing, from money. Emotion and money is not a good combination. Right? That's why the people that write the algos, the big trading algos on Wall Street, that's why they get paid the big bucks. Because those algos have no emotion, right? But it's also something that eludes many people, right? So, because not everyone can write an algo, not everyone, nobody, very few people can create a trading bot, and it's not realistic for your everyday person, right? It just isn't. And there are a lot of tools out there that exist right now, right? That are claiming that they are AI, and some of them are and whatnot, but they're claiming that, they give you some sort of an edge, right? And there's two in particular that I've seen that, that are really, I guess, like the front runners out there at the moment, as far as like stock research, right? It's all about, stock research. That's cool, but not, but it's cool only if you're only doing long-term investing and you truly don't know about the company's financials or anything, right? Then it's something valuable, but it's nothing you couldn't get from something like Perplexity or Google or anything else, right? There's two companies, and again, I'm not saying anything bad about these companies. I don't know the people behind it. I can just literally showing you the comparables of what exists for these things right now, right? So if you wanted a co-pilot or an assistant for yourself in the stock market, you have a couple choices. And there's a lot of choices, but I'll just give you this one to start. You have something called PlutoFi, right? PLUTO.FI. All right. It's a chatbot, similar interface to ChatGPT, kinda. And essentially what you do is you can type in a question and, about the economy or the stock market or anything like that. And it's supposed to give you back an answer, right? So I want to say something simple, like show me a chart of Tesla. All right. It's taking a little bit. It's thinking, it's doing its thing. All right, visualize Tesla stock performance over the last year. So it's coming up with instructions on what to do. And let's see. Okay, so here we have kind of a hard to read chart of Tesla. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little, it's not great, but it's there. So I guess that's a win. It's reading the news. So you can see what it's doing is it's essentially it's scraping the web for this stuff, right? It's scraping the web for this stuff. If I say, show me ITM or in the money options calls for Tesla. Oh, it's still thinking, so I can't type anything yet. All right, I'll just do that. Let's see. Show me in the money option calls for Tesla. Anyways, as you can see, not great.
I would have been out of the trade already.
Yeah, this is, this is not where it's at, right? It's added a bunch more steps. You get the idea, okay? This is what's out there, right? Because look, AI is very new and whatever. Then you have something called Stock GPT, right? Super original name, awesome. Let me make sure that it's not just Apple. So let's clear the filter, right? Apply so that there's no filters. Let's try the same thing. Can you show me a chart on Tesla? I am unable to show you a chart directly in this text-based format. However, you can easily find a chart on Tesla by going to Yahoo Finance. Thank you very much. How about real-time options contracts that are in the money? All right, let's see if it can do this. Maybe because we were after hours. No, it's because they don't have the data, and they're not set up to work that way.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with after hours, right?
Right, because you would want that. You would want that after hours too, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Right. So this is what is kind of out there right now, and they're all very much the same. Okay, a handful of them have a little bit more features than others. Some of them basically use AI to create scanners that you can then access. But ultimately, they're all pretty limited in what it is that they're doing. And that's because it's, a lot of this stuff is good enough, right? Because now people can say, well, I'm using AI, so here we go. This isn't good enough. And the retail trader deserves better. And for the last 2 years at True Trading Group, myself, my team, our members, our mods, we have been investing a tremendous amount of time and energy into AI for the retail trader. Nonstop, 12, 16-hour days, 7 days a week, tons of money and research spent on it, tons of partnerships with larger companies like Benzinga, TradingView, NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, OpenAI. We have really pushed it to the limit, and we have a beta product that I am proud to demo for the first time publicly. And Joe, if you want to get rid of the everyone listen up message, what we're going to do is I'm going to run a demo for you guys right now. And this is going to be the first time that I've shown this publicly to anybody. So if it sucks live, then I guess it sucks. But it's not going to suck. So do me a favor, if you haven't hit the like button yet or the share button, go ahead and do it now, because you're about to see something that you haven't seen before. All right, so go ahead, smash that like button, share the stream. I'm about to show you something pretty amazing. All right. Gio, what time does the futures market close?
8 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, you trade futures, right?
Yeah, I haven't traded in like a month or so.
All right, but you mostly you trade futures sometimes, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, let's check on futures real quick. All right. There we go. So again, that's real-time futures data. It's slower because it's after market. It's a beta, so obviously there are not 31 months in a year. This is supposed to be April, but the date and the timestamps are correct. And this is also streaming, so as these prices change and as the markets move, it will go ahead and adjust on here as well. If I wanted to, at the same time, I could say, show me a chart of the SPY. And there we go. We have a chart of the SPY. And not only that, but after hours stops at what time, Gio?
Stops at 8 p.m.
At 8. Okay, so yeah, it just happened. So here, let's zoom in a little bit. What you're going to notice is that this is real-time streaming. So there is, this is tick for tick, second for second data. So all of it is. So the second that there's another buy or sell in the SPY, even after hours, as well as pre-market, you'll see this price change. You can add all your indicators. It's through TradingView. We have a partnership with them. We are, we're one of the few companies that have access to their entire code base. And we've integrated it into our AI platform. Okay. So this is all real time. This is all streaming. You can save this. You can add all of your indicators on here. So if I wanted to add Bollinger Bands, bar color demo, chalk and oscillate, I don't know, the Chandel crop stop or whatever. I don't know. Literally whatever you want, right? All right. So there's your charts, everything's streaming, it's all good, right? Excellent. That's cool, right? But just putting charts inside of something that looks like ChatGPT isn't really that special, right? Like eventually people will figure that out, putting futures pricing in there. What's cool is the on-demand nature of it, but let's take this a step further. How many people trade options in here? Go ahead, put the letter O if you trade options. Type the letter O if you trade options. O for options. Let's see what we got. All right. Look at that. O for options, right?
Yeah, well, baby.
Yeah. Here's something. Let's do.
What do you want to do?
We'll do this. I need a detailed analysis of SPY put options expiring May 3rd, 2024. Please focus on options with strike prices between 510 and 500. Retrieve and analyze the following data points for each option within this range. Should I adjust anything here, Gio?
Yeah, go between like 505 and 495. Yeah.
All right, ready? Is the expiration date still good?
Yes, 3rd. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So what we're going to do right now is we're going to pull in real-time data, and it's done.
Damn.
And now we're going to get a full report on this. So this is going to go ahead and give you the specific options contracts. Obviously, it's after hours, so the last trade price, bid price, and ask price are going to be non-existent.
Yeah.
But everything else is here. It's going to give you observations and insights, everything, right? And then what I'm going to ask it, just for the sake of organization, I'll say, please organize this data in table format and include expiration so it's easier to read. There we go. If you trade options,
that's sick.
If you trade, yeah, so it does actually talk to you, but you wouldn't be able to hear this on my screen because my mic is not set up for it. But you can talk to it, and it can talk to you, right? I know that's scary, but it is pretty wild at the same time. But yeah, you can literally. I mean, if you trade options, you know how valuable what I just did was.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Okay. Especially if you have a full-time job and you want that information, right? Now let's take this a step further. We'll start a new one.
You want to do like Amazon or Microsoft?
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's say I need a covered call strategy, right? I'll say, I need your help developing covered call strategy. What info do you need from me to get started? So it'll say current stock holdings, investment goals, market outlook, time frame, right? Liquidity requirements, right? All right. So here's what I'm going to respond with. I'm going to respond with, I want to make $2,000. I want to do this in 1 to 3 days. I want to make a minimum of 20%. And, oh no, this is the, hang on one second. Wrong one. Where is it? 1 second. Covered calls. Okay, here we go. Covered calls. We'll keep it very simple. I tell the AI I am holding Apple, Amazon, and NVIDIA. I want to make money back by we'll change this to the 3rd. I have an aggressive risk tolerance, and I want to make as much money as possible. Why not? Right? So it's actually going to walk me through exactly what it's going to do now.
It's so crazy.
It's going to let me know exactly what it's doing, how it's following up on everything. And it's going to run on its own without me having to do anything. So it's pulling in all the options, contracts, and everything. And I'll just come up here so you guys can see it. All of this data is being pulled in by the CBOE, by NASDAQ, by New York Stock Exchange directly into the AI. So the AI doesn't have to interpret anything. It's just fed the data, and that data goes right back into the prompt. So it has a very low likelihood of hallucinating or making stuff up because the data is coming right into it. Now we could say, let's begin analyzing premiums for selected strike prices. Please hold. Okay. And I'm going to say, yes, proceed. So now it is building me a covered call strategy based on my holdings, my feelings on the market, my time frame, and how much money I would like to make.
Look at this.
And it's going to go stock by stock. It's all real-time data. It's all the data points are accurate. I mean, all of it. Right?
That's insane.
So, I mean, I don't know. Type the number 1 if you've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Right? Now, this is cool because I have things that I know to type in and everything else. But what would make this cooler is if you could have hotkeys with this, right? If you could have hotkeys, because who wants to sit there and type out an entire paragraph, right? Nobody wants to type a paragraph. So we've made it as a team so that you can have hotkeys, but not just like hotkeys. You can have it where you have shortcut voice commands as well. So, for example, I could type in OS or I could say OS, and the system, because it's my assistant, just like it would be your assistant, you can go ahead, type in OS, and it knows by the fact that I typed in OS that I am looking to create an effective options trading strategy based on specific parameters such as budget, trade duration, and target return. I need some additional information from you. Could you please provide the following details? Right? All right, let's do it. I got $2,000, right? 1 to 3 days is my time that I'm looking to make it back. I want to make a minimum of 20%, and I want them to do it for the SPY. All right, let's run it. Here we go. It's going to repeat back. It's going to make sure that it has all the information, and then it's going to get to work. Please hold on while I gather the data. And there's your options chain. There's your snapshot.
Damn.
Oh, still going. Sorry. Now it's analyzing, and it's running all of the calculations and code right inside without you having to do anything.
That's incredible.
All right. So now what we can do here is kind of take this to the next level as well, right? What I want to do, right? Like that's cool, but some of this is probably too far in the money or out of the money, right? Or is it pretty spot on?
Well, for the SPY?
No, just for these contracts.
No, I mean the 5, 10, 505, 500. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the things that we could do is we can get ultra specific with this. Okay. So let's try a different version of this. So we'll go back here and we'll start with OS, just like we did before. That's my hotkey. You don't have to have that. Yours could be cars or plane or whatever you want, or one letter. It's asking me the same question again, but this time I'm going to put something different in. I'm going to give it the same parameters as before, $2,000, 1 to 3 days, minimum 20%. Do this for the SPY, right? But this time I'm going to say, please note, consider options contracts that are in the money by 3 strike prices based on current price of the ticker, out of the money by 3 strike prices based on current price of the ticker, and at the money. Give me 3 options for this. I'm showing you this to show you that if you're an options trader, you've never seen anything like this because it doesn't exist.
Sick.
We have not launched this to anybody yet. This is all proprietary to us, all of it. And it's not about using AI to predict the future. It's about using AI to find the things that would take you 5 hours to find, or to understand the concepts that would take you a lifetime to understand. It's not about finding the best stock picks.
Right.
It's about working in a very effective manner, using your voice, using your keyboard. And this is a game changer for anyone that can't sit in front of a computer.
Increased productivity.
Big time.
That's it.
Right? And then, so look, it gave me the following. Here's 1 in the money, 1 out of the money. 1 out of the money, 1 at the money, and 1 in the money. Right? So now, I would like it very much to go ahead and just, I'm a big proponent of organizing stuff in tables because I think it makes it easier to read. There you go.
Wow.
Look at that. Potential for quick gains, right? It gives you all the info. I mean, guys, if you're a little bit impressed with this, go ahead and type TTG in chat.
It's crazy.
A little bit. Yeah. It's pretty nuts.
That's crazy.
It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Now, this is for options, right? But what about stocks? Not everyone trades options, right? And we could be here all night doing stuff for options.
Sick.
But let's say you wanted a 30-day analysis on the SPY. That's one of the first questions that I asked Gio for, right? I said, Gio, tell me about the SPY the last 30 days, right? Tell me about the SPY the last 30 days. Where are we? Where have we been, right? All that stuff. All right, let's try this. 30-day analysis SPY. Okay. Let's go. There we go. So what this did is this just pulled in 30 days of aggregate bars. I'm going to walk you through what data it pulled in. You don't have to stare at the data if you don't want. It's in there because ultimately this is what you want, is the report that it's writing right now. But let me show you what it's basing that report on. When I ask it for a 30-day analysis, but that could also be a 5-minute analysis. It could be a 10-minute analysis. It could be a 10-year analysis. Not only do we have live streaming data, but we have 15 years of equities data and 8 years of options data.
That's crazy.
Right? So let's see. We have 30 days of aggregate bars. That's open, high, low, close, volume, and VWAP. Okay? So it's going to look at all that. Then we have 30 days of news from the Benzinga news feed, right? Shout out to Benzinga. They're one of our partners. Then we have 30 days of the EMA values. We have 30 days of the SMA values. and we have 30 days of MACD. We have 30 days of RSI. So SMA, EMA, RSI, news, aggregate bars. It's taking all that info, it's putting it together, and it's giving you a full analysis and report on all of it. This will work for any ticker. I just chose the SPY. We can do it again just as fast, right? Like if we wanted to do it again, we could do it for NVIDIA. Yes, Chris Johnson, it goes extremely in depth. It could do that and 10 other things for you. It could do that for 5 symbols at once. But this is NVIDIA. I mean, in the time it took to answer Chris's question, I get a 30-day analysis on NVIDIA, and look how fast it pulls in all of this data and analyzes it. This is next level stuff, and it's not just me, right? It's we've been working on this nonstop, and our members are about to receive this. Our members are about to receive this.
That's awesome, man.
Now, and Gio, I know you got to run.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna do a couple more demos, but if you got to run.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a couple more and just finish up here.
All right. Listen, I appreciate your time, guys. Have a great night. Wifey needs me to cook. She's gonna get a little violent, so I do have to go. But I do appreciate everyone joining us. And Adam, thank you very much.
Of course. That's
freaking awesome, man. I'm really happy, and yeah. That's awesome. So I'll speak to you guys. I'll talk to you guys in the morning. All right. Have a great night. Peace.
Peace. All right, guys. We'll do a couple more demos, then we'll pack it in. But here, let's do this. Can you give me a bulls versus bear argument on whether or not I should buy NVIDIA right now? Use the Benzinga Extras tool and make sure to include the latest analyst ratings and price targets for NVIDIA. Here we go. And just like that, using because Benzinga Pro is the service that we're using for the news and for other things. We get Benzinga Pro's bull say, bear say endpoint, and it comes in and we talk about, we get bullish sentiment arguments for that, and we get bearish sentiment arguments. It's also going to pull the latest price targets from all the major banks. UBC, TD Cowen, Argus Research, Stifel, Deutsche Bank. These are recent price targets that these banks have on NVIDIA. You're now going to get this in here and give you a conclusion, right? The consensus among analysts is predominantly bullish with recent upgrades and price targets. Think about how valuable this is to have and how quick it is to use during the day. How many times have you had a question on whether or not, is this stock a good buy? Does this make sense right now? Is this the chart pattern I'm seeing? What's the best options contract to get into right now? I got $2,000. How do I make 10 grand? I got $5,000. How do I make a long-term portfolio? Right? Here's another example for that exact example, really. I'm going to put in here, I'm pretty new at investing and trading. I have about $5,000. I'd like to build a long-term portfolio. Can you suggest some stocks for me and then give me your rationale behind it? And then if you could divvy up the $5,000 investment so I know exactly where to put each part of the 5K. And I don't want to put it all in one, diversify it a bit. Please give me a full report and reasoning on why you're doing investing what into what stocks. Give me the results in a table format so it's easier to read. Again, no crazy code, no special keywords, just talk to it. So it's picking some starter stocks for me right now to build a long-term portfolio. It's chosen Apple, Microsoft, Procter & Gamble, JP Morgan, Exxon, and 3M. And now it's going to show me the allocation of the $5,000 and the rationale behind it. And you see it's doing exactly what I asked it to. It's not putting all the money in one place. It's splitting it up. And it's explaining the rationale behind why it split it up. But if you have further questions, we can ask it, right? Let me do voice input, see if that works while I'm on the mic. Why would you put more into Apple and less into 3M? I'm not saying for you to change it. I'm just curious why you would do that. Oh, of course. And now it's going to tell me. This is what we're building and offering to True Trading Group members. Right? Truly, truly next level stuff. You guys want to see one more example? Type the number 1 if you want to see one more example on here. I've caught ChatGPT giving me the wrong info in the past. What's the confidence level that this is based on accurate information? 99%. And I'll tell you why. It is not relying on a knowledge base. That's the big difference between ChatGPT and what this is. This is not relying on a knowledge base. It's not relying on learned info that ChatGPT was trained on. What this is relying on is other data from major sources like real-time streaming data from the NASDAQ, from CBOE, from New York Stock Exchange. It's giving that data to the AI and then asking the AI to do something with it. It's not relying on a knowledge base to where if it doesn't know something, it has the potential to make something up. What you're doing is you're giving it actual data and you're saying, here's the data. Now tell me about it. That's a big difference, man. That's a big, big difference. And that's the key difference. So confidence level is pretty high. Now, let's see, what else can we do? All right, let's have a little conversation with it. How many of you guys are brand new and don't really know your trader identity yet? How many of you don't really know your trader identity yet? You're kind of like, I don't really know if I'm a swing trader, if I'm a day trader, or anything like that. You know, what you want to do is you want to find out what it is that you're into, or right? Okay. So watch this. You ready? Hey there. I'm a new trader and investor. I work about 40 hours a week. I have about $10,000 that I want to deploy into stocks or options. I'm really new. I don't really know much. I got burned before and lost money, but I know that this is where you can make money. I just don't know exactly how to find what I'd be good at based on my available capital, based on my experience, based on the time that I have available. I need your help finding my trader identity. Really need your help finding my trader identity. So if you could please interview me, ask me any and all questions that are needed for you to help me discover my trader identity, and then give it back to me so that I can have a good place to start. Okay. So now it's going to go through and it's going to literally interview me. So let's go, we can go question by question here and just kind of speak to it and answer it, right? So imagine if you're a truck driver or if you're at a job that's demanding, you can put your headphones on and have a literal conversation with the AI and find out stuff like this, right? It's very, very, I mean, it's pretty amazing stuff. But here, let's go through it. So in regards to risk tolerance, I'm comfortable taking some risk, but I also can't really afford to lose all that money. That 10,000 is a lot of money to me. I don't want to lose it all, but I am comfortable taking some risks. I know it takes money to make money. As far as investment goals, I'd really like to double my money inside of a year. I don't know if that is possible or not, but I would like to turn that 10,000 into 20,000. I've heard a lot of other people do it. I know that I'm not everyone, but I would like to try. As far as time commitment, I'm willing to put in about 5 hours a week. I really can't commit to more time than that. Even that's kind of pushing it. So about 5 hours a week is what I can commit. And as far as, you know, learning and decision making, I'm willing to put in the time as long as it coincides with my schedule. I've heard, and I don't know if it's true, but I've heard that you don't need to, dedicate 100% of your time to this, and that even if I have a busy job, I can figure this out. That the stock market can still work for me. So I'm hoping that that's true. As far as experience and education, very little. I know that the stock market exists. I know that people I know have made money in it. Every time I've tried to make money with it on my own, I've usually lost. And the few times that I have won, I was not able to hold on to it. My financial situation is I make about $80,000 a year, and I was able to scrape together 10 grand to get started. I have no real other previous experience, and I have access to True Trading Group. They're a wonderful group. I know you know them. Yeah, my time horizon is about a year. So let's see. What do you got for me? What do you guys think? Is that not wild? You just sit there and talk to it, right? All right, here we go. So it's saying that trader identity is a cautious, opportunistic approach. It's giving me examples of my risk tolerance, investment goals, suggested trading strategies, swing trading, leverage ETFs, options trading. Right? Diversification. Next steps, education. Start with basic courses and materials available through True Trading Group to build a foundation, understanding of the stock market and trading strategies. Practice, start small. Okay. In your opinion, is 5 hours a week for education and trading and the budget that I have, is that doable to turn 10,000 into 20,000 within a year? Is that doable? All right. So very ambitious goal, market volatility, time commitment, right? And they're not right. They're not generic responses, because what we've done here is we have fine-tuned a GPT-4 model. So we have access to GPT-4 in OpenAI, and we were able to, over the last 2 years, fine-tune a GPT-4 model. We call that model Mari, M-A-R-I, named after my kids, Minna and Ari. And this is trained on a ton of financial data, a ton of trading and investing resources, and all of the True Trading Group videos, educational references, courses, everything. I truly believe that this is a tool that is going to revolutionize everything. And I showed you a fraction of what it can do, because it can also execute trades and create automated trading strategies for you just by talking. So that is truly, truly next level stuff. What we are building at True Trading Group is no joke. It's not a gimmick. It's not a gimmick. It's not some BS AI scanner. It's a real comprehensive tool that, in my opinion, can greatly increase your chance of success. And it is an honor to share it with you guys. All right. If you like this, I'll be doing more videos and tutorials on this coming up. We'll do it live so people can ask questions. And yeah, just go from there. Yeah, we're really, really proud of this. We hope that you guys enjoy it. And yeah, could this act in place of stops, which can be, of course, absolutely. Absolutely. So what we're doing initially is as this is released out to members, right? Because it's already started to be released to members. As it's released out to members, what we are going to do is we will not make the live trading feature available for everyone or anyone at first. We will make it so that you can connect it to a paper trading account, so that you can use paper trading with it and see how it goes and really experiment with it. Okay? You will have access to this 24/7, because here's the coolest part. This is not a chat bot. This is a true assistant. When you sign up for this, right? An assistant gets created for you through OpenAI, through our platform automatically. That assistant is given a standard knowledge base and a standard set of instructions with these tools. However, the courses you take inside of True Trading Group, your interaction inside of True Trading Group, the conversations that you have with it, the more you use it, all of that stuff fine-tunes automatically your assistant to you. That is what makes this special, because it considers not just the variables of the market and everything else. It considers all the variables that are you. It analyzes your trading. It remembers it, right? It all becomes part of the knowledge base for your assistant. And because it's your assistant, it is not a shared knowledge base, which means that somebody else using it can't do a prompt injection to get your data, because it's only going to have your data for you. Somebody else, it's only going to be their data for them. And it syncs with your actions within the site. So if you took a course at True Trading Group. How long did it take you to take the course? How many things did you get wrong? What notes did you make that you want to follow up on? It considers all of it. Its goal is to be your 24/7 trading co-pilot and investing co-pilot, trading assistant and investing assistant. That is the point. What do you guys think? Anyone have any questions? I can answer some questions on it. Yes, there are limits. So that's a good question from Chris Johnson. Yes, there are limits to the brokers that you can link it to. That's not a limit for me. That's just a limit because the brokers need to have the right endpoints, the right APIs, right? So currently, we're able to do it with Interactive Brokers, Alpaca, Tradier, NinjaTrader, and TD. Or I'm sorry, Thinkorswim. Next question. Is this accessible by all members or is this a separate subscription? Glad you asked. So a version of this will be accessible to all members. However, the real-time, the full version with everything in it, that will be for an additional cost per year. Have you placed trades with it? Sounds like a printing press. I have placed paper trades with it. That demo I did inside of chat with members. It was near instant and very good. I don't want to do it on YouTube because I would have to expose the code on YouTube to do it. And I don't want to do that on here. What I will do is in about a couple of days, I'll come back on and I'll do another demo showing you that. Is this included in the AI lifetime membership? It most certainly is. Yes, it is. Any other questions? Oh, thanks, Beachbum. Chris John, is it too late to buy the AI lifetime membership? It's supposed to be, but I know Lucy and Joe were a little short on numbers today. So if you want to go ahead and send them a text message, maybe they'll help you out. 888. Oh, where is it? There it is. 888-306-8783. 888-306-8783. Chris, just shoot them a text. I'm sure they'll help you. Any other questions? You guys want me to type in any questions and do any live stuff in front of you? I mean, I know people will rush to make payment. That's what I'm saying. But this is why. This is why I'm not worried about charging the money that we're going to start charging for membership. You know? Because people are going to run to want to get this. Does it work with OTC? It could, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I don't, you know, I'm not a proponent for that. So, excuse me. And tell you if it will be successful or not. You can ask it to analyze a trade you're in and give you a percentage likelihood on success. Right? You could do that. Yep, new website and AI on Wednesday. You guys want to see a little sample? You guys want to see what the new website looks like real quick? So bunch of stuff coming in the next 24 to 48 hours. Interactive brokers, Eves, would be interactive brokers. So a lot of stuff coming. Show a back test in ES futures. So I actually can't right now because we are migrating over futures data. So today we were able to get the futures data streaming in there. Now we need to get the historical futures data in there, which we will have probably by tomorrow. We're not even done adding all the tools yet. We have an entire backtesting feature that we're going to be implementing as well. So this is going to allow you to create your own strategies, which is pretty wild. Yeah, absolutely. Here, let's do that. So Jacob Zuniga, good question. So I'm an options trader, and I would really love to understand the significance behind unusual options volume and flow and all that stuff. I see it all the time on YouTube. I don't know how to use it. I don't know why anyone would use it. Can you really explain this to me in the simplest of terms? How somebody would use this, why it's valuable, and why I should consider using it? Now, for those of us at home, your next question should be, well, that's great, but like, does True Trading Group have unusual options data? Does it have dark pool data? Like, yeah, this is great. It's telling me what it is and how to use it, but like, does it have it? Well, yes, it does. It's loading. There we go. So here we go. We have options flow data, unusual options data, right? Dark pool, everything. Look, see, DP stands for dark pool, not other things. Open interest, short volume, institutional changes, all of it. We have all the data you could ever want, right? You can also separate this out. We have crypto data as well. We have dark pool flow. So that's interesting, right? I got to tell you, can you guys think of a service or a product that that offers this stuff like this? Because I can't. Like, I feel like we've built something pretty incredible. Yeah, it is preloaded like that. Of course. So there you go. This is what we do, man. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and looking at all this. If you find something that does this type of stuff, let us know. I would love to see and review other services that offer something similar. I have not found it, and I consistently look. So, yeah. There is a lot more data and features of this. We'd be here all night if we went over it. All right. So here's what I'm going to do now. Yeah, great question. How is 50% off the membership looking now for people? Yeah, that's true. Pretty cool stuff. All right, guys. So what I'm actually going to do right now is, let's see. Let's do this. I'm going to open the main chat room because I owe you guys some spots. I have to give away some spots tonight, or not give away, but open some spots up for this for tonight as far as let people in. So that's what we're doing. We had a lot of people that bought access to this, and we're letting them all in pieces. So I just opened the chat room. So if you are a member, come into the chat. All right, it's 7:13. In 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, I will be giving away, I keep saying giving away. I will be doing a what do you call it? Giving more access to more members. Okay, so come on in chat, and we'll go ahead and give out some more access for those people. All right. All right. I will see you guys soon. Okay. Awesome. Thank you for coming to the stream. ttgoffer.com. 50% off till midnight. Get yours. You're going to be really sad if you don't come tomorrow. All right. Thanks.